crying about. You know, hey.
All right, welcome to I'll Take the Over podcast. I'm Mark Manning. That's Johnny Grissom. That's Eddie. We are ready for IU Rule. SEC overrated, not named Texas. Kenny D. Team Kenny is JB, and then Doug Edwards without the hat, and Johnny Grissom without the beard. My God, this podcast already started off crazy. All right, guys. I hope everybody's doing all right. How's everybody doing, man? Let's get to the point.
Hey, I want to give
Manley, and there's no.
What? Tina,
Everybody
Tina
doing
Manley
good?
at?
Oh,
Little
Tina
sun.
Manley's right here pouring me a cold drink.
young
Well, it
stripper,
sound like-
not enough alcohol.
But it sounds
You know
like
what?
she's a phone sex operator.
She's what?
Sound like she a phone sex
Sound like
operator.
a phone sex
Phone
operator.
sex operator, they said, baby. She said only for my number.
Hey, I want to give a shout out before we start to Classy Chris Southern on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Just give a
Living
shout
in
out
the
to my
Hall
boy.
of Fame.
Man, one of the greatest stories I ever been a part of all time was we was in Ripley, Missouri, aka Ripley, Tennessee. Mark Southern and Chris were over there. Chris was managing. I'll make this quick.
Now, we got all night.
Well, crowd was going nuts, man. Mark was doing his thing in the ring or whatever. They were talking smack. Missouri Bad Boys were in full effect. There, Pee Wee, my grandpa, all of us. Chris got into an argument with this typical Tennessee couple. This dude was probably 130 pounds soaking wet, and his wife was about 430. Right, and they going at it, and all of a sudden, Chris sprayed it.
Which
Chris
part
sprayed
of
this old
alcohol do
lady
you
with
want? We have no
potpourri.
more makers. Or...
He had a can
Potpourri.
of potpourri, and he sprayed her. And then the match was over. All of a sudden, me and my grandpa, Pee Wee, and us, we got tapped in the shoulder and we're like, "Hey, y'all need to go to the back." Mark remembers this. We go to the back, and Mark comes up and say, "Hey, y'all gonna have to stay here because state police are coming, and we're gonna get escorted out of here because there was like 30 people waiting for them outside. They wanted to fucking kill them."
Yeah. That happened many a times. Great times. All right, hey, Kenny D, any thoughts about what happened this week, buddy?
Typical what I've been telling y'all for 5 weeks. Texas is the best in the country. The other 25 teams in the SEC are mediocre.
Damn.
It's not very. They're not very good. It's week after week after week. I keep saying the same things, and nobody wants to listen.
It's
I
good.
don't have a different
Calm down.
SEC channel than I do, but every team not named Texas is about as
Stop
mediocre
drinking
as it gets.
alcohol and you won't be like
Nobody looks
Frosty.
good. Not a one.
So he might as well just take the 24 and just mix them around because it don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Sounds like
Oh,
you think they are just give the trophy.
Hang on, Doug. Look, we gonna rebuttal this. Oh, I know Doug Edwards got a lot to say about that SEC. Doug, give it to him, man.
Sound like he thinks Texas just ought to be handed the trophy because ain't nobody else no good. You say in the SEC, nobody else in the SEC is any good. Well, don't come with me with Oregon and all this crap because they ain't nothing either. So that's just Texas. Let's give them the trophy in the season. Might as well.
Ranked a little higher than all the other mediocre SEC teams. I don't know.
There's one coming up there pretty quick. He's like a shooting star going up.
He's still upset because
Who's coming up there
Florida. Hey, wait a minute. You're a Florida State guy, so you really don't have a dog to bite in this one or bark or anything.
I do. I'm being subjective. I'm not being a homer.
No, you're being upset because you're having a bad year. That's why your hair. That's why your hair is standing up straight right now. You've been pulling at it all day because Florida State ain't gonna make the playoffs. They ain't even gonna win 2 fucking games, Kenny.
Hey,
Can
listen,
you stand your hair up?
I'm on Team Kenny, and Kenny is doing what they like to call keeping it real.
They don't want none of it, JB. Let it go.
We'll see.
Oh, true. Hey, wait a minute. Let's go. Hey, let's go to Coach. Coach Rule, give us some feedback, brother.
I'm with Kenny and Josh.
Damn.
Most of them,
Everybody's with Kenny, Doug. I guess SEC just sucks, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see
I'm not
about
We
saying
watch
the
the
SEC's
SEC
not
channel.
good,
We-
but
Johnny
see about
Grissom.
that.
Wait a minute. Johnny Grissom is a little bit hairless. He might have some more molecules in the brain now since he shaved. Let's see what he got to say.
Hey, he's right. Texas is #1 for a reason. I mean,
That's right.
hey,
Don't mean
I
the
agree
rest
with
of them
Texas.
suck.
I agree with Texas being #1, but I don't know about everybody else. You know, Kenny's upset
Yeah,
because
man.
Florida
They
State's
good.
not going to win but 2 games.
look at Vandy.
We're not going to win two. I don't want to win two.
I think Texas #1 too, but everybody else don't suck because of it.
I don't think they.
I agree. I agree with that, Dougie.
Mediocre.
I don't think they all suck.
Tennessee's mediocre. Georgia doesn't look good. I mean, who else is
I,
there?
I believe you put those 2 teams in any other conference and they dominate. Put them
But
in the
they're
Big
not.
Ten and
They're
they
in the
dominate.
SEC. They're mediocre.
But you're
Mediocre.
talking about the SEC's mediocre. SEC is not mediocre. Put those
Alabama's
put those
mediocre.
teams
Tennessee
put
is
those
beyond
teams
mediocre.
in put those teams in the Big Ten and they dominate.
Put them in the ACC.
Georgia gave up 35 to Mississippi
Put 'em-
State.
Put them in the Pac-12,
No.
Pac-2,
Put 'em in
Pac-10,
the
whatever they
ACC.
dominate. Put them in the Big 12, they dominate. Put them in the ACC, they dominate. Put them up there in the ACC.
18-team power conference. You got it. Now deal with it. You got to lose. You're a bunch of losers. You're spinning out your own herd. You're
I'm a
mediocre.
loser,
Tennessee's
baby.
terrible.
T is
That's
for
all, if that's
terrible.
all you got. That's all you got. That's
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
That's all you got. At
Hold
least
on
our
to it.
quarterback. Hey, at least our quarterbacks don't steal meat from a grocery store.
But he can't win a national title, so I guess that's all that matters.
You're right, man. If I steal lobsters, I'm good. It won't eat good.
If I can steal clothes from Dillard's and you win a national title too.
All right,
It's
here
a-
we go, guys.
It's a
Let's talk
rare
about that.
bird that anybody but the SEC wins a national title.
I guarantee you, SEC
Thank
wins
God
a
you
national
took
title.
Texas this year, the SEC wouldn't win one.
That's a rare year.
No, here's the deal: SEC would win one if Texas wasn't in it anyway.
No.
You got to realize there's 12 teams in this playoff.
And only 3 of them are going to be from the SEC.
But it don't matter. That's 3 teams from the SEC. How many teams from the Big Ten is gonna make it?
2.
I have 3.
3. Who?
I think we get 3.
They're gonna run into each other, and one of them's gone. Oregon ain't gonna make it, or Ohio State ain't gonna make it.
I
Penn
think we
State.
get a
I mean,
two
there's 3 right there. Do what now?
They're gonna get in. You'll end up with Michigan or Ohio State, Oregon in the title game. That'll be Oregon's first loss. You're gonna have 3 one-loss teams because Penn State will lose. Because Penn State doesn't
Ah.
play Oregon, do they?
No. There's
I
our
think
fine
we got a
sponsor,
possibility
Happy
of
Nuts.
3 one-losses.
All right, here we go. Top 25, the new top 25. Hey, and the top 25 poll is feeling patriotic, guys. First time since 1960, Army and Navy is in the top 25.
Deservedly so.
Navy comes in at number 25 at 5-0. Michigan at number 24 at 4-2. And there's Army 6-0 at number 23. Fighting Illini out of Illinois at 5-1. SMU at number 21 at 5-1. Pittsburgh still undefeated, guys, at 6-0. Nobody's talking about them. They could be a little dark horse in that 12-team playoff. And then number 19, the Mizzou Tigers at 5-1. Ole Miss Rebels moved down 9 spots after the loss to LSU. They are 5-2. Kansas State still hanging around. They are 5-1 at number 17. Indiana. Well, that's a team to look forward to. Indiana is still undefeated and still hanging around, but they are only number 16, even though they're 6-0. Boise State with a leading rusher in the nation. They move up 2 spots. They are 5-1. So, any thoughts on 15 through 25, Doug Edwards?
I just love it. The old lame train. He's going down, but I'm also glad the Army and Navy in there. I think they deserve it. Hey, they've been crushing teams, no matter what league they're playing in. They also, both of them will get a shot at Notre Dame before the season is over. So we'll see there. That'll make or break somebody's year right there.
Hey, one of them can make the playoffs, man. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Good chance
Go ahead,
Army
Josh.
or Navy. Yeah, I was just going to say, good chance Army or Navy is going to have a good shot at getting in that top 12 and be playing for a national championship. I mean, that's the way it's set up. So, I mean, it's going to be a good thing. But I am going to go ahead and say, too, that there will be, after this weekend, will be out of the top 25.
Hang on, you broke up.
Yeah.
Say it again.
There's going to be at least 3 teams after this weekend that is going to be out of the top 25.
What 3 teams?
Well, we'll get to that. In a little bit.
We'll circle back on that. Okay. All right, Kenny. What are your thoughts?
I will say, just go ahead and I'll give you one. All right. Kansas State,
Indiana.
you put on notice. Kansas State, you're being put on notice right now. West Virginia is going to take care of business. You're going to be out of the top
Ooh,
25.
take me home, country roads.
Country road.
Kenny D. I got to tell you a little story.
Well, I'm sure there's-
Hey, wait a minute, Kenny
I'm
D,
sure
before you get in. Let me tell you a little story. So I was at the Haytide Cruzville game the other night, get ready to leave, and somebody stops me who watches our podcast. He said, "Hey, Mark, I watch your podcast, but you guys, man, y'all do a great job." He said, "But was Kenny D really taking a shit the other night when y'all was on the podcast when he was in the bathroom?" Kenny, we got to know the truth. I know you was in the bathroom. We all do. Looked like you was taking a shit, wiping your ass. Was it true or not?
Show must go on.
Hey, Matt Duckworth is who it was. So Matt's out there probably listening. Matt, there you go. He was taking a shit. Now he looks like he's up in his I don't know, man. You got a box to your right, like you're packing up and leaving. I guess he done got kicked out. He got one kitchen cabinet over there. I don't know. You got any food in that cabinet? Are you okay, man? We got to ask you, are you okay, man? Because it looks like you done got kicked out again.
No, the wife is on the remodel kick. We're remodeling the dining room.
Oh, okay. So you're in the remodel area.
Yes,
She probably wished she could remodel you.
she does. She does 100%, I promise. I'm sure there's one trophy we can all agree upon that is way, way, way done. And that kid from Boise State owns the Heisman Trophy.
Will he get it, though?
Got to. If he don't get it, it'll be the biggest screw job since Charles Woodson beat Peyton Manning out of it.
Woo, I agree with that. We got Coach Roll.
Man,
Anything on
everybody Darling Pitt, they'll be out in about 3 weeks. They're on a bye, but they could lose their last 5 games.
Woo, damn. The newly shaved Johnny Grissom. What you got, brother?
I'm good.
I just got to ask, how many blades did you break trying to shave that thick shit you had on your face?
He took a hedge trimmer.
Man, I was about to say, yeah, you had to take a weed whacker to that son of a bitch first.
That's right.
Weed whacker Grissom.
Hey, it's coming back. It's coming back,
baby. He's like Dion. Coming back, baby. We coming.
back, man.
We coming, baby. We coming. All right. So here we go. Where was he at? We was at number
14.
15 or 14? 14. A&M 5-1. BYU still undefeated at 6-0. They moved up 1 spot. Notre Dame still hanging around after that first loss to Northern Illinois. They're 5-1. Volunteers moved down 3 spots. They're 5-1. Clemson Tigers. There's a team you better watch, guys. They could make that playoff. They're 5-1, just hanging out right there at the top 15 or 20 the last few weeks, and now they have climbed their way to number 10. So, thoughts on those 10 through 15, guys?
All
Clemson's in the
me-
league to make the playoffs. That's for sure.
All mediocre. Move on.
Moody out. Hey, here's a team that.
Next. Next.
Here's a team that just it's been, I don't know, I guess hanging by the twig the last 2 weeks. Miami is number 6. They are 6-0, followed by Georgia at 5-1 at number 5. Ohio State down 2 spots on their loss to Oregon. They moved down to number 4 at 5-1. Josh's Penn State Nittany Lions, boy, they ain't been this high in a long time, Josh. At number 3 in the nation, 6-1. Then Oregon at number 2 at 6-0. Texas, right where everybody thinks they should be, at number 1. Thoughts on 1 through 6 there, guys?
Well, you skipped right over number 8, which I like to talk about there. It moved up into the top 10 this week, and that'd be them LSU Tigers, number 8 and charging, buddy. That first loss of the season, that don't mean nothing. Everybody gets down. Oh, you lost another season over. Fire the coach. We coming. You talk about coming. LSU's coming. We're gonna beat them Hogs Saturday, and Texas A&M's the next to fall right after that. Keep going again.
All I'm gonna say is Penn State is on a bye week. Guarantee you they drop a spot next week after being off.
Hey, that's what Mizzou does. They win and they still drop 2 or 3 spots. Katie, I know you got some comments. No comment, Eddie?
Oh, I
You
thought
say
said
Eddie or Kenny?
Eddie.
Well, I think Josh caught it. Ohio State wasn't going to far fall if they lost.
Nope.
No, I think we all agree Texas, man, they're just badass this year.
Everybody else
Yeah.
mediocre, but thing.
Hey, I'm tell you what. Let me just go ahead and say that last Saturday night, those night games the other night were awesome. Like seriously, LSU Ole Miss was a great game. Oregon Ohio State was even better.
Great game.
And I'm just go ahead and say it now. Ryan Day was flat out coached in the Ohio State Oregon game. Out coached. Period.
Who said that, JB?
That would be you, brother.
Just asking.
Yep. Nope. I got you. Hey, Team Kenny, buddy. Team Kenny. Read the banner.
I got you. Hey,
Read the
Mark,
band.
Can you post a screenshot of our message thread where it says I can't remember, but I think it said LSU lost. Can you post that and see who wrote that? I'm just curious.
Yeah. I want to know.
I can't read, but I'm curious as who wrote it. I couldn't
Right.
see it. I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
You don't have to post it. I can tell you who wrote it right here. I was upset. We're playing bad, man. But you
Was
know
it
what?
the same guy? Was it the same guy that put up there that they should have dog walked Ole Miss?
They should.
They're not gonna.
Hey, you know what saved us? You know what saved us? Our defense. That old defense that everybody likes to run.
That
down.
Missouri
That's what
defensive
saved
coordinator,
Defense coordinator from?
Mizzou.
MIZ.
us. He was last year.
That's right.
I love you, Dougie.
It's what put him on the map. They realized that he could be a D coordinator in the big time. All right, before we get on with our picks, Dougie, tell us our scores and where everybody stands
Well, we
in
had
the rankings.
we had some shakeups this week a little bit. The winner of the week, as I hate to say it, Kenny KC there. Kenny D
Damn. Yeah, he got his Dion shades on again.
with a
He's still
whopping
coming.
19 points.
Ooh, 19 out of how many? 20?
No, he had
20,
14 out of 20. He had 14
Oh, yeah.
out of 20, and he hit the 5 spot on the wild card. So that gave
Damn.
him 19. Coming in second there would be myself with 17.
Consistency, Doug.
Two behind him, Mr. Consistent there, just staying close. I hit the wild card. I had a bad week, 12 out of the 20, but decent week, whatever. But it was low until that 5 spot. I almost picked the exact score for Florida, Tennessee. I was just a few points off on each one. Coming in next would be Mark Manley there, MEM, 14 points for the week out of a possible 20 because you didn't hit the wild card. So you had a good week, 14 out of 20. Next up would be Josh. He got 13. Behind him would be Johnny. I'm glad to see he got the grizzly bear off his face, Grissom.
Coach Rule get the baby face.
Baby face again.
Face.
Coach Rule, he got 11. He come in with 11. That's better than 50% there. But we all had a pretty good week. So baby
Coach Rule
face,
be above 50% and be the crybaby.
baby face, crybaby. Coach Rule, and that dropped. If you want to know the overall totals, I got those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall totals, we got Kenny leading the pack at 72. I moved into second with 69, 3 behind him.
Ooh.
Eddie's had 2 crybaby faces, and he's still holding in a solid third place, 65 points for the year.
Damn.
Up next to be Mark, you got 64. Johnny there got 62. Josh is still pushing, giving us a weak head start, 57.
Here we go.
Woo. Can't beat that, Josh. Hey,
I'll
it's
take-
all looking good.
Gave us
I'll
a
take
weak head start, and he'll get warmed up on them wild cards in a minute. I know he will.
Oh, I know he will. That's what he does, man. All right, so let me get to the picks of the week, man. I'm going to start out with North Texas and Memphis, guys. North Texas is 5-1, Memphis 5-1. Memphis minus 10, over and under 65.5. This game is at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to take Memphis, lay the 10, and I'm going to take the under 65.5.
Man, I'm with you, champ. That's a lot of points. Ryan Silverfield will channel his inner Mike Norvell and find a way to slow the game down and just be stupid. But I think Memphis covers, and I think it's under as well.
No.
Uh-oh. Here we
I'm gonna
go.
go with North Texas plus 10. And I'm gonna go with the over. That's my pick.
JV, you'll be getting out of the cellar soon.
Hey, I've been doing good. I've been doing good every week.
Hey, Johnny's half
You
right.
do.
Give me North Texas plus 10 and under.
And like Patrick Swayze said in Ghost, ditto. Give me North Texas plus 10.5, but give me the under.
We're not going to give you 10.5. We're going to give you 10.
10, yeah. You can't have the half.
Quit begging.
Hey, give me,
Well,
give me
that's
10 then. Okay.
Quit begging.
That's a lot of points to give you right there. 10 points is a lot to give you. But being it's in the Liberty Bowl and at Memphis, I thought about this one for a minute. I switched. I said, I'm going this way, going that way. I'm going to stick with Memphis. I'm going to think they pull it out by 13, 14 points. But I am going to take the under. Give me Memphis and the under.
Smart man, Doug Edwards.
I hope.
Is that the master lock?
That's no
Nah,
matter
it's too early. Too early for the master lock. Right?
Hey, on that one it is.
Never
Like
too
I
early.
said, I
That's the
swung
Bill.
back-
Hey, that's the Bill Street lock.
Yeah.
All right, next one we got number 6 Miami, 6-0, taking on Louisville, who is 4-2. Miami favored by 4, over and under 60.5. Matchup predictor shows Miami at 55.4, Louisville 44.6. Ward leads the way for the Hurricanes at 1,900 yards, 20 touchdown guys, and only 5 NTs. Show leads the way again for Louisville at quarterback. He has 1,674 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 3 INTs. So the quarterbacks are definitely doing their jobs. Martinez leads the way on the rushing game for Miami, but he only has 292 yards, so Miami's going to throw the ball a lot. Brown, on the other hand, for Louisville, has 508 yards, 3 touchdowns. Miami, of course, has escaped the last few games. They beat Cal 39-38, Virginia Tech 38-34, South Florida 50-15, Ball State 62-0, Florida Atlantic 56-9. Louisville's last 5. They beat Virginia 24-20. They lost to SMU 34-27, and then they lost that close game to Notre Dame in South Bend 31-24, and then they beat Georgia Tech 31-19. And Georgia Tech's having a good year, and then they beat Jacksonville State 49-14. With that all being said, Louisville at home, give me my 4 points, and I'm going to take the under. Go Cardinals, baby. Just like baseball season.
No, our agreements stop after 1 game. I'm going to take Miami and give the 4. Neither team plays a lick of defense. Cam
That's
Ward's
right.
going to sling it everywhere. Louisville's going to be losing and have to throw it. I'm going to take the over.
Oh man, this was a hard one. I'm gonna go with Louisville plus the 4. I'm gonna take the over on this one.
It is a hard game to call, to be honest
Yeah,
with
it was for me.
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with Kenny. Miami's coming off a bye. He's gonna have them ready to go. So I think they cover the 4. No defense played, and give me the over.
Yeah, Miami's getting tired of people dogging them for the last couple of close games they played or whatever. They're going to make a statement in this one. Miami's going to win big, and then it's going to be over.
I'm sorry to tell y'all, and Coach Rule, you should know this being a coach and in the fraternity of coaches. Mario Cristobal is not going to have any team ready. The guy's an idiot. He can't even kneel down on a ball to win the game. The guy is no coach.
How we bring this up 2 years later?
Yeah. It's going to be
2
brought
years
up.
later, Eddie.
That'll be brought up 10 years later on something that stupid. That'll be
You're
what
right.
they remember forever. And that's not the
That's
only
right.
time he's ever done anything like that. This is where it ends, y'all, for the Miami Hurricane little deal. And at Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. Louisville's not only going to, they're not going to need the 4 points because Louisville's going to win this game outright. I'll take Louisville. Score will stay under.
Say that. Hey, me and Doug has agreed twice.
That's
Well,
right. I'm coming for
y'all
first
better
place.
look out. Something special is going to happen this week.
I'm coming for first place is what happened.
Yeah, something special
I
going to happen. I'm moving into 4th.
If you look back in the archives, if you look back in the archives, 2-3 weeks ago, I told y'all around about week 8 or 9, Mr. Consistent's gonna all of a sudden he's in first. It's week 8.
Mr. Consistent.
It's week 8.
Consistently mediocre.
All I'm saying.
All right. I hope everybody's got these picks down, Doug.
Got him.
All right, pick number 3, Virginia 4-2 versus number 10, Clemson. Clemson 5-1. The over and under is 57.5. Clemson favored by 21.5. Matchup predictor shows Virginia at 10.8. Clemson at 89.2. Of course, Virginia led by Colorado at 1,490 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 INTs. Klubenek, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Clemson's quarterback, 1,528 yards. He has 17 touchdown guys and only 2 INTs. Ever since the Georgia game, Clemson has been kicking it up, man. They beat Wake Forest 49-14. They beat Kenny's Florida State Seminoles 29-13. They beat Stanford 40-14. Beat North Carolina State 59-35, beat Appalachian State 66-20. So they are definitely scoring points, man. That is a lot of points to lay in the ACC, but they are at Clemson. I'm going to take Clemson. I'm going to lay the 21.5, and I'm going to take the under of 57.5. I'm going to say they just stay under at 55 points.
No.
Kenny's
You
got a
are right
headache.
on
He's
half.
shaking his head
You
no.
are right on half of that. I'm taking Clemson and giving the 21.5 because I love when y'all start this segment off with, well, that's a lot of points. I'm 3-0, so I'm taking Clemson in the 21.5. But Clemson's going over by themselves. Klubnik is on fire. Clemson's playing some really good football right now. Virginia's just Virginia. Clemson's going to score at will. This is going over.
No.
Not so fast.
I'm gonna
Negative.
take Virginia, 21.5, and
0-3.
0-3. I'm gonna take the under.
I'm gonna ride Virginia plus the 21.5, and I'll take that over.
Hey, right here. See that?
Team Kenny.
Yeah. Give me Clemson and give me the over. Bam. Fourth place here.
Well, you be happy with your fourth place.
Hey, he might be third the way they're picking them, JB.
That's true.
You know what?
What's
You be
that?
happy- You be happy with fourth place because I'm gonna sure be loving first place. Virginia's a little better than they're giving them credit for. Yes,
That's right.
Clemson's been on a roll.
Virginia should have beat Miami.
Clemson's been
That's
on a
Virginia
roll,
Tech.
scoring a lot of points. Don't let that affect your judgment there. Virginia will slow them down a little bit. Now, I do think the score's going over, but Virginia, they're going to stay within the 21 points. I don't think the wrong team is favored here, though, but Virginia's going to cover the spread. Give me Virginia. Give me the over.
Virginia and what, buddy? Cut out.
Oh, the over. Virginia.
The over.
What's that song by Tom Petty? Free
Don't
Fallin'.
back down.
That was it. Free Falling.
Dang. I thought it was don't back down.
I'm coming for
No,
first
no,
place.
no.
Won't back down. All right, next one on the
You have
schedule
for 8
is
weeks,
5-1 Nebraska taking on 6-0 Indiana. Indiana ranked number 16 in the nation. Spread is Indiana minus 6.5. Over under is 50.5. Matchup predictor shows Indiana at home 76.4. Nebraska 23.6, guys. Nebraska passing wise led by 1,358 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Indiana's last 5, guys. Of course, they beat Northwestern, they beat Maryland, they beat CLT, they beat UCLA, and beat WIU. They're scoring a lot of points, guys. You talking about surprise team of the year? That is Indiana. But give me Nebraska plus the 6.5, and I'm taking the under. Go Cornhuskers.
Finally, Mark Manley has come back to his senses. I looked at the schedules, and the only thing I can see is that Indiana has beaten half the alphabet. I don't even know who any of those teams are. Nebraska's played some teams.
I just told
They're
you who they
battle
were.
tested. I think Nebraska's going to control the ball, going to run it. I'm giving me Nebraska at 6.5, and I'm taking the under.
Almost there. I'm gonna take Nebraska too, plus 6.5, but I'm gonna take the over on this.
You're never gonna get me to pick against my boys, but he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna slow the game down, and he may run it 40 times. So give me Nebraska
that clock.
and the under. He's gonna eat as much as he can this week.
think Doug's about to agree with us, guys.
JD's got a pick.
Yeah, we want to hear Josh's. thoughts.
Josh froze up. Look at him.
Oh my God.
Josh, you okay?
Shit.
Josh, you okay?
He was taking a shit.
He's out. He's out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Douglas.
Well, I'm surprised that we might end up with a community lock on Nebraska. I think 6.5 is a little too much. I think Nebraska keeps it close. I'm not going to go so far as to say Vegas has the wrong team favored because Indiana could pull this out. I think it's going to be a good game down to the wire. And I'm going to take the over. I think there's going to be more than any 50.5 points scored. So I can see a 28-24, you know, a 31-28, something like that. I'm going to take Nebraska, and I'm going to take the over.
Nebraska and the over for Mr. Doug Edwards, huh? Got a lot of good games on the schedule, guys. I'll tell you that right now.
I picked up there on Kenny. He took Nebraska, but he took the under. So.
All right, next game on our schedule is South Carolina at 3-3, taking on Oklahoma. Oklahoma 4-2. Over and under is 40.5. Oklahoma favored by 3 at home, guys. I'm going to take Oklahoma plus the 3, and I'm going to say they go over 40.5. That's a low-scoring game for an SEC game. I mean, both teams are right where they're probably expected to be. Oklahoma's been struggling offensively, but South Carolina could win this game. I'm going to tell you right now.
Hey, they put up some points last week.
Yeah, if it wasn't at Oklahoma, I'd probably pick them. But since it's at Oklahoma got some ball players coming back. I think 3 of the linemen are coming back. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma minus the 3 and take the over.
I agree with Mark. I'm going to take OU. I'm going to give the 3, and I'm going to take the over. As long as Hugh Freeze is on the sideline, I'll take the other team all day long.
Hugh Freeze.
He's at Auburn.
He's terrible.
Auburn ain't playing, though, are they?
No, Auburn plays Missouri.
Are we picking Auburn?
I took OU.
You said something about Hugh Freeze. I thought Auburn was playing.
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at my wrong sheet. I'm looking at my actual bet. I'm looking at my actual bets I'm making. I'm sorry.
That's a minus.
He's on his next podcast.
That's minus 3 points on the score.
That's the only way you can catch me is if you start to
Hey, Josh is back, y'all.
Hey,
He is now quit Team Kenny, and he is the nature boy.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck Team Kenny."
I had to go on my phone.
You want to do his
Yeah,
Nebraska pick?
It's your pick, Johnny.
I know, but he didn't pick last.
We'll get it. We'll let him pick 2 when it comes to
Okay.
turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll let you pick 2.
I'll double up.
Okay. I was just
We'll let you pick 2.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with South Carolina plus 3, and I'm gonna take the over. I think it's gonna be some points in this game.
Not a bad pick, actually.
If
this was at South Carolina, I'd be on with Johnny, but I'm gonna take the home team minus 3 and give me that over.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be easy. Give me Oklahoma. They're gonna cover big, and give me the over. And then while we're at it, with Nebraska and Indiana, be the first time since 2016 that Nebraska Cornhuskers are going to be bowl eligible after this game. And this is one of the 3 teams, I'm telling you, that will not be in the top 25 after this is over. I got Nebraska upsetting Indiana, first loss of the year, and give me the under on that.
We got the wrong team favored on that one, Josh.
Woo!
Hey, you got that right.
Your dad says Gamecocks damn near beat Bama. Sooners not that good. South Carolina will win.
He's listening to Doug too much.
Yeah, just keep pulling for Texas and don't comment on nothing else.
Hey, you know those. Hey, Josh, those ball-headed guys stick together. You know that. So your dad and Doug stick together.
Hey, Doug ain't made it pick yet.
Keep in mind too, my dad's a a Texas fan too, so he ain't gonna give Oklahoma shit.
That's right. That's true. All right, here we go. Next one.
Hold up. I never made my pick yet on those.
Oh, I thought you made it. I mean, I'm used to you mouthing, so.
Y'all apparently knew what I was going to pick, but I go after Josh on that one, let him double up. I actually have Oklahoma winning checked right here on my sheet. And I've got the over 40.5 points. It took me a while. I thought about South Carolina, and I think they got a real good shot, but I had to go with a home team like some of y'all have. So I'm going Oklahoma and the over.
All right, so here we go. Next pick, number 7, Alabama at 5-1 versus number 11, Tennessee. They play every third Saturday in October when the leaves are turning that orange color for Tennessee. Over and under is 55.5. Alabama favored by 2.5. Let's see what that old matchup predictor says. Alabama 53.6, Tennessee 56.4. Miro leads the way for the Alabama Crimson Tide. He has 1,483 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, and 4 INTs. Nico for the Tennessee Vols, he's 94 of 143, 1,219 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Alabama's last 5, they beat South Carolina 27-25 on a game that South Carolina went for 2, didn't get, and they had the onside kick and couldn't do nothing with that after they recovered it. Then, of course, the Vanderbilt Commodores upset Alabama 40-35. Alabama beat Georgia 41-34, beat Wisconsin 42-10, and then beat South Florida 42-16. Tennessee's last 5. Boy, they escaped this weekend in an overtime thriller against the Florida Gators 23-17, and they lost to Arkansas Razorbacks at Fayetteville 19-14. Beat OU 25-15. Beat Kent State 71-0. Beat NC State 51-10. With all that being said, guys, I'm going to take Tennessee plus the 2.5. And I'm going to take the over 55.5, as I believe UT's going to put up some points. And I believe Alabama will also. So give me the Vols. Good old Rocky Top.
Straight up.
The Elimination Bowl, as I call this, because the loser is out.
Separation Saturday.
And lucky for me, it will be that team from Tennessee that gets dump trucked. Give me Bama. I'll give you the 2.5, and I'm going to take the over.
I'm gonna go with Alabama minus 2.5, and I'm gonna go with the under on this game. Roll Tide.
Damn.
Bama hadn't forgot what happened last time they were at Neyland with that 60-yard walk-off field goal. They're gonna go in there and whoop their ass. Give me Bama and over.
Well, I'm just gonna stay in good old Rocky Top. Give me them Tennessee Vols and give me the over on this one.
No.
No.
Well, I'll tell you
They
this.
got the wrong team favorite out here already.
Alabama should have lost. They lost Vanderbilt. They should have lost South Carolina. And you want to talk about some mediocre teams? Right there's your 2 mediocre teams. There's 3 teams. There's 3 SEC teams ranked ahead of them LSU Tigers. The cream is starting to rise to the top, and it'll continue to happen. Playing at Rocky Top, Alabama coming in there. They're gonna cover this 2.5. Alabama's gonna come out of there with a win. They're gonna win it by. It's gonna be close. They'll win it by a touchdown maybe. So I'm surprising y'all. I'm taking Alabama and I'm taking the over.
Damn.
Got a way to get
I am
you
surprised.
Edward.
I'm glad we recording this because that's strange right there.
Yep.
Not so fast, my friend.
I
That's
think-
what I was looking for.
I think Tennessee
right.
was a little overrated.
A little.
Josh, now it's time we go to our fine sponsor. JB, what you got tonight for our sponsorship?
Hey, we're bringing back Summer's Eve, baby. When there's something smelling wrong and it's coming from your thong, Summer's Eve. Also, new sponsor coming through, Professor Fart Pounder. He's got a colon cleaner hot sauce. And the motto is to say, hey, let's just cut the bullshit. It fucking works.
Let's just cut the bullshit. It works.
And shit be gone toilet paper. You got a little hair, you get rid of that dingleberry, grab some shit be gone toilet paper. And then finally, as always,
I'd like to thank them for their sponsorship last week.
and
What'd
finally,
you say?
he said
I'd
he
like
wants
to
to
thank
thank
them for their
the shit be
sponsorship from
gone.
last week.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
He had a lot of dingleberries
yeah.
last week.
Yeah, he's dropping his deuce mid-show. Hey, and finally, of course, when your chick gets sick from sucking your dick, grab some Happy Nuts. Happy Nuts will take care of all that funky smell that you got going on down south. That way, your girl ain't breathing straight out her mouth. Happy Nuts.
Right on, all right? Hey, we got one more, or two more, actually. Doug Evans, what you got for us?
Man, we've been on a little break, little vacation. You got to reset every once in a while. You know, took 3 days off this week, but we're back running tomorrow. It's Edwards Freight Service, 573-922-0002. All your deliveries from Memphis. Give me a call.
That's right. Memphis is a dangerous town, ain't it, Doug?
Right.
Psych, tell us about your vacation, man. How was that?
It was good. Got a little sun, got a little burnt, you know. Hit the beach.
Where'd you
for a
go?
while. Went to the Mickey Mouse Not So Scary Halloween party. That was good. Rode some ride. Hey, that Tron ride is bad, man. I love that Tron ride. A new Tron ride. Yeah, I suggest it. But yeah, I had a good time.
Hey, I bet it's nothing like the ride in Las Vegas that threw you over the roof.
Oh, there'd never be nothing like that again. I ain't gonna ever do it again.
All right, and then we got Manly's Meat Wagon, where nobody beats our meat but us, baby. That's all our fine sponsors right here tonight on the Boot Hill Sports Network. I'll take the over podcast. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. And now we're going to move on with our picks. It's number 12, Notre Dame at 5-1 takes on Georgia Tech at 5-2. Notre Dame favored by 11. The over and under is 49.5, guys. Matchup predictor shows Notre Dame at 83.5, Georgia Tech 16.5. Of course, Notre Dame led by Riley Leonard, the transfer from Duke. He is 98 of 148. 979 yards, 6 touchdowns, and only 2 INTs. But hail to the king for Georgia Tech, guys. He is already over 1,500 yards as he has 1,568 yards, 8 touchdowns, and only 1 pick, guys. Tell you what, Georgia Tech is not a team to sleep on. Georgia Tech's last 5, they beat Doug's UNC Tar Heels 41-34. They beat my Duke Blue Devils 24-14. They lost to Louisville 31-19. They beat VMI 59-7. They opened up the year losing to Syracuse 31-28. I'm sorry, that's the second game of the year. They opened up the year winning. And then Notre Dame's last 5, they beat Stanford, they beat Louisville, they beat Miami of Ohio, they beat Purdue. And when I say they beat Purdue 66-7. But then the home loss to NIU 16-14. So Notre Dame is capable of being beat, guys. There's no doubt about it. Georgia Tech over and under is 49.5. Notre Dame's favored by 11. This game is at Georgia Tech. So give me Georgia Tech plus the 11, and we're going to say it's going to go over 49 and a half. Go Yellow Jackets.
Champ, I'm on board with you. Give me the 11, and I'll take the over. Notre Dame's not that impressive. They'll find a way to stay in the top 12 because that's what the pollsters want, so they get that money and they'll sneak into the playoff. But
They want that Hail
Georgia Tech
Mary.
and the 11.
Want that Hail Mary.
That's right.
Huh, y'all right on something for once. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech too, plus 11, and I'm gonna take the over too. But
I never thought three people would get it wrong all in a row. But give me Notre Dame to cover, man. They've been on fire since that Miami of Ohio game. But I will take the over.
That's the
Preach it,
guy
Coach.
with back-to-back
Preach it.
crybaby face.
Hey, that's all right. I'm gonna be crybaby right along with you. Give me Notre Dame to cover that 11, and give me the over as well.
Well, you'll get 1 point.
Look here. Georgia Tech's pretty good this year, but I think Notre Dame's found something here lately. Since that they got shocked by Northern Illinois. They weren't ready to play that game. But now 11 points, that's a lot being at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, like the Haynes King, can sling that ball. He's a pretty good quarterback. But I think Notre Dame is going to cover the 11. I see them winning by 14, 17 points or so. But the score is going to stay under. So by my calculations, I'm now 2 points in the lead.
Well,
Only 'cause you
we'll
hold a
see.
pencil.
Hey, Doug, we'll calculate that Sunday, not right now, okay?
Okay.
We shall see.
Mark,
All right, so let's move on. Hey, I'll tell you what, this is an interesting game. Number 24, Michigan, 4-2 versus number 22, Illinois, who is 5-1. Michigan is favored by 3. So Illinois is a home dog. Illinois, the over and under is 43.5. Matchup predictor shows Michigan 59.6. The Illini 40.4. Illini is getting no respect, man, at home. Illinois' last 5, they beat Purdue in overtime the other night, 50-49 in a hell of a game. They lost to Penn State 21-7, and that score was actually closer than that because that was a hard-fought victory for Penn State. Then they beat Eddie's Nebraska Cornhuskers 31-24 in overtime. They beat Central Michigan 30-9. They beat Kansas 23-7. Michigan's last 5, they lost to Washington 27-17, beat Minnesota, they beat USC, beat Arkansas State, and lost to Texas, 31-12 in the opener of the year, man. With all that being said, Illinois at home, they are 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. I'm going to catch my 3 points, and I'm going to say over 43.5. I love some Illinois Fighting Illini this year, guys. As a Mizzou fan, that's hard to say. So go Illini.
Dougie, I'm going to borrow your line real quick. I'm not stealing it. I'm giving you your props for I take it. But Vegas, you got the wrong team favorite. But I'm like Mark. If you're charity going to give me 3 points, I'm charitably going to take them.
That's right.
I'll take the 3 points and the over as well.
Huh. Vegas knows something. I'm gonna go with Michigan -3.
Oh, that's your national championship team.
Hey, I fucked up on that one. I fucked up.
They ain't even gonna make the playoffs, buddy. By the way, playoffs. Hey, Josh, playoffs.
Playoffs? Can't even win the damn game. Talking about playoffs.
They're the reason they caused you to shave right there. That's the reason you shave, because Michigan ain't gonna make the damn playoffs. They let you down.
No, it's all good. I ain't worried about it. We're just playing for that little baby trophy. It's about that big. Pee-wee's probably that size. But anyway.
Hey, Josh has got it, though.
We're playing for bragging rights.
Yeah.
No, we got a trophy we give out every year.
Yeah, it's
bragging
small,
rights.
It's That's
Bragging
all
rights.
trophy look like.
Y'all just mad because you ain't got it, ain't that right, Josh?
That's right. That's right.
I'm mad
You-
about it.
hey,
I agree.
Hey.
I admit it. I'm mad I ain't got it.
We're gonna make Doug deliver this one this year because you know Edward Freight will deliver the winning trophy to one of us guys. We're gonna make sure that happens. That right now we're gonna go on record and say Edward Freight delivers the trophy every year of the winner of this podcast.
That'll work because I won't have to go far. I'm just gonna keep it at home.
Wow,
Hey, that's
I
like
can't wait.
me-
Hey Josh, I can't wait till we make that road trip up to you and hand you that
I'll have
trophy,
to run
brother.
up there.
I'm gonna ride with him on that one.
hey, we can
call
go
bullshit.
to a wideout.
Hey,
Coming
yeah.
to Chattanooga.
We can go to
Hopefully
a
you
wideout
have it
and
sold.
do that.
Hey, Josh, hopefully you have it sold up by the whiteout.
Nah. We good to go. We good to go. Me and Ric Flair have a lot in common. You know, you can't be first, but you can always be next. Woo!
Johnny, I didn't get your over or under.
I don't know. Mark won't let me pick. I mean, shit. I got Michigan -3, and I'm going with the under on that game.
We get
Man,
some
I
feedback. Somebody.
Y'all, is it gone? I never heard it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Purdue putting up 49 on that D scared Vegas, but Michigan cannot pass. That's what Purdue did. I'm gonna take the home team +3 and the over.
Yeah, you know that little number that's to the left of Michigan's name on the scoreboard, that 22, whatever it is, it won't be there after this weekend. It's going to be done. Illinois is going to win this game, going to knock Michigan out of the top 25. That's the other team I have on my list, and give me the over. Go Illini.
That's exactly
So
what I.
Michigan is 24, Illinois is 22.
There you go. Now they'll be, who cares?
That's right. That's exactly
Hey.
what.
So just like NSYNC says, baby, bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
That's exactly what I was going to say. This Michigan is one of these teams that's going to fall out this week. And I don't understand how. I guess they look at who they played. But what does Vegas know? We don't know. But they got the number 24 team favored over the number 22 team at the number 22 team home that has the better record overall. Vegas, you got it wrong. You got the wrong team favored. Give me the home dog, Illinois. Give me the over.
So what's going to happen is in Champaign, Illinois, they're going to pop the top on the champagne and shoot it right in old Michigan's eye, boy.
And
Just like
Johnny,
old One-Eye Willie does on the hole on a Saturday night, baby. Just shoot it in her eye. See you, Michigan. All right, number 8, LSU Tigers at 5-1. Take on the Razorbacks at 4-2. LSU favored by 3. The over and under is 54.5. That's a lot of points for both of these teams. LSU favored by 54.2 on the matchup predictor. The Hogs of Arkansas, Fayetteville, 45.8. Nussmeier leads the way for the LSU Tigers at quarterback. He has 1,989 yards. 1989 was a great year. That's because that's the year I graduated, guys. He has 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Green, on the other hand, for the Arkansas Razorbacks, has 1,502 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. LSU's last 5. Nail biter last Saturday night against the Ole Miss Rebels. They won that one 29-26. They beat University of South Alabama 42-10. Beat UCLA 34-17. Beat South Carolina 36-33. And beat Nicholls State 44-21. The only loss is opening game of the year to the USC Trojans, as Josh said. Penn State did something that LSU couldn't do, and that is beat USC Arkansas's last five, they beat Tennessee 19-14. They lost to A&M 21-17, beat Auburn 24-14, beat UAB 37-27, lost to Oklahoma State 39-31 in double overtime in a game that they was really ahead the whole matchup. With all that being said, give me LSU plus the 3, and I'm taking the over of 54.5. Go Tigers. Fuck Arkansas.
Man, this one was tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
LSU's offense is mediocre. Is the Arkansas team that played against Tennessee going to show up? You got to factor in the Brian Kelly effect.
And don't sleep on Arkansas. That team ain't bad.
They're not.
As
That's what I
bad
said.
as-
Is the one that played against Tennessee going to show up?
Yeah, as bad as I hate to say it, because I fucking hate Arkansas. They're not bad, though.
Well, I'm gonna take LSU in the 3, and I'm gonna take the under because neither team's they're offensively challenged. So it's
Kind
gonna
of
be
like
under.
you tying your shoe.
What about my shoes?
You're offensively challenged.
My shoes.
That's why you got the Reebok straps.
Yeah.
I got on Jordans, dog.
I know, but they got straps.
No, they do not have straps.
Show us.
That's my Reebok pumps. My David
Oh,
Rob-
D
my
Brown.
David
You got them D Browns on.
My David Robinsons.
David Robinson. Hey, he went to Navy. Navy's in the
That's
top
famous
25 right there.
Not a playoff spot.
6 degrees of David Robinson we're playing.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Joshua.
All right,
Johnny.
man. This was a hard one, man. LSU they looked better last weekend. I mean, their defense came out. Their offense was okay. I mean, still no running game. I mean, they didn't run with the shit. But Arkansas, man, they always play LSU good, man. I'm gonna go with Arkansas plus 3, and I'm gonna go over.
Just like every week, you put those damn hogs on the sheet. The hell with Woo Pig Louie. Give me LSU in the over.
Yep. Battle of the Golden Boot. I want LSU to cover and give me the under.
Oh boy, JB.
Thanks.
Let me
sir.
let me just tell you this right here. Offensively challenged, I don't know. I haven't looked up the stats, but I would be willing to bet you that the Nuss Bus is leading the SEC in touchdowns thrown. Okay, he struggled last week in that one game, and he said it himself. He was having the worst game he's ever played until the last 2 times he threw the ball, both touchdowns. One to tie the game on a 4th and 5, one to win the game on the first play of our possession in overtime after we held them to a field goal, which was the only points they scored in the second half. Defense sucks. Defense has been getting better and better each week. Arkansas lost to Oklahoma State, man. Come on, that's not a good team. I hope the Arkansas that
LSU lost to
Tennessee does
USC.
show up. You say something about the Arkansas that played Tennessee showing up. Look here.
LSU lost to
Tennessee sucks.
USC.
Tennessee is one of them cream puffs you talk about. So what the heck? What does it matter
They
to
are.
us if the Arkansas that played the cream puff Tennessee shows up? It won't matter to us because we're going to keep moving up, buddy. After Arkansas, Texas A&M is next. LSU covers this 3. They're going to win by about 10-14 at Arkansas. Sure will. It's a 6 o'clock ESPN game, by the way. We're going to be fired up and ready. Score's going to go over. Give me LSU and the over. Go Tigers!
I need
Oh,
to see a
Tiger.
copy of your bet slip in our message thread that you took LSU minus 14.
Oh,
I need to see that.
Oh, and I would just like to say this too, that 3.5. Y'all that picked against LSU last week, you got your little point or scoring. But if they'd have let us kick the point after, we would have won by 4. They should allow the point after to be kicked on those. To add another point for betting reasons, we would have covered the spread. Y'all wouldn't have got the point. LSU would have. That was my gripe and my protest there.
Well, you know, Doug, Boogie's got to make their money.
That's right.
That's right. We
Doug, I
keep
looked
them.
at the stat.
Hey, we keep them. We gotta keep them in business because without them, there wouldn't be no bets.
Protest
Right.
denied.
Nussmeier leads the SEC in touchdowns.
I thought hadn't looked at. He's probably close to the national lead. I don't know that either.
He's 2 out.
Two behind the nation.
Who's number one, Eddie?
Cam Ward and Chad Morris out of North Texas are at 20.
Oh, North Texas. Who is it? Memphis. Watch out for that.
Hey,
All
that
right,
boy
so-
Sling,
Yeah. That's Coach Morse's son, I think. Man, that used to coach for ain't that Chad Morse's son? He originally went to SMU.
Maybe.
I think so, man. So
That's
the last
versus
pick
two
of the
behind.
night, number 5, Georgia, 5-1, taking on Texas. Texas, number 1 in the nation. Over and under is 56.5. Texas favored by 4 points. Matchup predictor shows Georgia 23.7, Texas 76.3. Georgia led by Beck at quarterback. He has 1,818 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 5 picks. Surprisingly enough, Manning, who is a backup quarterback, leads Texas. He has 901 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Etienne, that you know that family name is deep. 63 carries, 335 yards, 4 touchdowns. Wisner leads the way for Texas. He has 45 carries, 278 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Georgia's last 5, they beat Mississippi State, they beat Auburn, lost Alabama in a nail biter 41-34, beat UK, and beat TNTC. Texas last 5, they beat Oklahoma, beat Mississippi State, beat University of Louisiana Monroe, beat University of Texas San Antonio. Open the year at Michigan, beating them 31-12.
Nobody.
With all that being said, I'm going to take Texas minus the 4, and I'm taking the under of 56.5. Go Longhorns. Look 'em horns.
JB, this one's for your dad. I'm taking the horns, giving the 4, but I'm gonna take the over. They're gonna go up and down the field and score some points. So I'm gonna take the over. Texas minus 4.
Huh, we agree.
You're
again.
taking. Wait a minute. Hang on. You're taking Texas minus 4 and what?
The over.
Over.
Wow.
I agree. I'm going to take Texas. This was a hard one for me to pick. Well, I'm going to take Texas minus 4, and I'm going to take the over 2.
JB's dad's always commenting, so we can't piss him off, right?
Right.
But
Hey,
Texas
you got to play to the
loses.
crowd, coach.
Hey, give me
right.
Georgia. They're gonna upset Texas, and I'm gonna take the over.
I almost went with Georgia. Damn.
Well, I'm doing this for points, so give me the horns, give me the over, hook 'em horns. That's all I got to say. Hi, Dad.
Well, look here. Look here.
You're not going to your room tonight.
Those
No grounded.
Those 5, I think Texas is a really good team too. Those 5 you just read off, last 5 wins, joke, man. They ain't been tested. They're lucky this is at home. They may stand a shot. If this was at Georgia, not even gonna think twice about it. I thought 2, 3, 4 times about this game, but I'm gonna end up going with Georgia because I think Georgia says, "Welcome to the SEC, Texas. Not so fast. You ain't running through here no undefeated, this and that. I don't care who you got, Manning, yours, put whoever in. Georgia's gonna put it together. They had an off half versus Alabama. They had one off half. They are missing Brock Bowers very badly on that offense, so they're not scoring quite like they should. But Texas gonna score. Georgia's going to match them and score. It's going to be one hell of a game. Give me Georgia. Give me the over.
Hey, what time is that game?
I'm going to say wrong team. I'm calling Georgia for the upset outright.
Damn.
What did you
Heard
say?
it here
Coach? What time's the
first.
game?
It's got to be prime time.
They're the night game on ABC.
Yeah, that's yep.
Should be. Okay.
All right, so now it's time for the old wild card. Somebody can give us 5 or 10 if you predict the right score. My wild card is I'm going to take the Army Black Knights beating East Carolina Pirates minus 15. Over and under is 51.5. I'm going to take the under of that one. Give me Army minus 15.5 and the under of 51.5.
What's your score?
Go Black Knights.
You want to go for the other 5 points?
What's
I
your
do.
score?
Was it? We said 51.5, so we're going to say 34-10.
That's over.
Yeah, you picked under.
That's under.
Yeah.
Fucking with them.
34-10. Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Calm
What's-
down there.
What's the over under? Mark, what's the over under in the Missouri game?
Oh, wow. Let me look.
51.5.
It
Uh-oh.
doesn't matter.
There you go. Oh, it don't matter.
Mark, I told you were going to like this one. I'm going to take your MIZ.
ZOU.
I'm going to give the 4.5. I'm taking the over, and they win 38-17.
Hold up.
God, Kenny, I'm going to give you some sugar, baby, and I'm going to deliver it in person if this happens. Because I'm going to be at that game, by God, because Haytown plays like an hour and a half away on Friday night. So I'm going to just make that little hour and a half drive the next morning, tailgate, and MIZ.
ZOU.
Woo! Give me some sugar, baby. I am your neighbor.
Let me get this wrote down right. 51.5.
Yeah.
And you're taking what, Kenny?
I'm taking Missouri minus 4.5. The over 38-17.
Now, who are they playing?
Auburn Tigers. It's battle of the real Tigers. You notice LSU ain't mentioning that.
And Missouri's only 4.5 favored. Wow.
That's why
Hell, they shouldn't be. Be honest with you, they shouldn't be favored at all.
Over Auburn? Come on.
Auburn ain't bad. Auburn turns the ball over. That's their problem.
Yeah, they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They got a quarterback. They just turn the
Auburn
ball
ain't
over.
bad.
That's
They
their
fucking
problem. They
terrible.
turn the ball over. Look at all their stats. They turn the ball over.
Doug, earlier in the show, this is what I was looking at, the Hugh Freeze effect.
There you go.
Now, you know, Hugh Freeze went to Arkansas State and coached right down the road from us.
So did everybody else, and then they get a better gig, and they suck at that. So big deal.
Hey, Arkansas State has had some great coaches. Look, Hugh Freeze, Gus Malzahn. I think Drakowitz was there from Mizzou, man. I mean, God, oh.
You got Butch Jones.
Butch Jones is there now. Ah,
Brick by
man.
brick, baby.
Yeah, Ray Perkins, the Kentucky. Yeah.
They've had some names.
Absolutely.
Sounds like Liberty 2.0 to me.
Hey, right now, this is the time to give a shout out to SEMO. SEMO is number 8 in the nation in FCS. Go SEMO, baby. 6-1, man. Wouldn't that be some shit? SEMO wins a national title.
Be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's
y'all
pick?
Mine.
Johnny's.
All right.
Johnny, I already been waiting
Always
on you.
lost it, Johnny.
Oh shit, you've been talking your ass off. How can I? I'm gonna go with the Raging Cajuns against Coastal Carolina. The
I almost picked that game. Yeah,
I know.
That's
I
a
didn't
good-
know who to pick.
that's a good pick, man. It's a good game.
I'm gonna go with the Cajuns minus 4.5, and I'm gonna go over 56.5. And the final score is gonna be 39-31.
Woo! Nailed it.
Baby.
All right, Josh, I got something your dad wants to tell you. Checks in the mail, baby. Checks in the mail.
I saw it earlier. It got me smiling. Just don't send a post-dated check, Dad.
Hey, Steve, can you send me one too, Bubba?
Hey, send us all one. Come on.
Yeah, just send the whole. Hey, make it out to the pot. Make it out to the. I'll take the over podcast and we'll divvy it up.
That's
There
right.
you go.
We won't never
Stevie, I'm
see.
the only one that's had Texas #1 all year.
I
You
think
are.
we need to bring. Hey, Steve, I think we need to bring Steve in next week as a guest picker.
Come on.
We'll make that happen. Steve knows his shit.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
What
Who's
you got,
picked?
Coach?
Coach Rule, what you got?
It's on me. Man, I don't understand this line because Kent State and Tennessee are the only teams to just blow Kent State out. They're 0-6. They're not good. They score a shitload. So I'm taking them plus 21 at Bowling Green State University. Give me the over of 55.5. And I'm going to
Hey,
say...
you can't take that. It's 20. 20's the line.
Oh. All right, I'll go to my second
Well,
one.
he got 3. He got 3.
Yeah.
He did say he had 3, didn't he?
Kenny took my favorite.
Yeah.
So
Kenny
I
took your
marked that one
favorite
out.
for real?
I had Mizzou #1, but I didn't want to copy. I figured. you
So
had
now we're down to number 3. That's a good thing.
I'm
Watch,
gonna
it's going to be
take the
mine or
Bulldog
none. Watch. Go ahead.
Florida Gators. They got
Well, that's going to be a
Kentucky
good
at home.
game.
They're 1.5-point dogs. The over is at 44.5, so I'm going to take that. We'll say 28-21.
You're going to have to give me who they're playing and all that. I ain't looked at the game.
Oh,
this week. I've been
Kentucky.
gone.
My bad.
Florida,
Kentucky and Florida. Damn, Doug.
I haven't looked at games all week. I
To
just
be
got in
the
here
scorekeeper,
about
you need to know shit.
I just got in here about 6:30 tonight, man. I ain't even looked. I just looked at our picks and everything, went winging it.
Kenny, Steve Brown loves you. Said you always give us Longhorn props.
Love you, Pops. I just speak the truth. That's all I'm doing my job.
What's the spread on that, Ed?
That's it. That's it.
It is plus 1.5 to Florida.
You're taking what, over or under?
I am taking the over of 44.5.
What's your score?
28-21.
Got it.
Doug, you need to catch up, man. Pay
Florida
attention.
to win. Florida to win.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all made him switch to it 3 times. Come on now.
Well, I'm going to take a little trip out west to the Mountain West. And
Cougars.
Oklahoma State
job.
Cowboys are going into
BYU.
Provo. And the only thing that will ride a cowboy better is a goddamn cougar, baby.
Knew
And
it.
I got the BY Cougars
BYU almost
minus
took that
9.
motherfucker.
Give me BYU -9, the over under at 55.5. Give me the over and give me a final score. Cougars. Wow. 37-21, baby. Woo!
I
looked
love
at
it,
it,
Josh.
baby.
Hey, give me some props on that, motherfucker.
Hey,
Good pick, JB.
I looked at that
Fucking
game
A.
too. About 8:35 is when I started.
I love.
looking at my
Hey,
wild card.
BYU's a sleeper, man. Don't sleep on them motherfuckers. They gonna sleep in that top 12, man. They're gonna make the playoffs. They gonna win that Big 12.
They very well could. I sure looked. At
Ain't no
that
doubt about it.
About 10 minutes before we went on, I was looking for a wild card, and I was like, that was one of them I looked at. But I wrote this one down first. I got 3 of them like Eddie did, but I wrote this one down first. I'm gonna go with they always say go with your first instinct. I took the Boston College is playing at Virginia Tech.
I looked at that one too.
Virginia Tech is a 7.5 point favorite. Over under is 48.5. I'm going to say Virginia Tech covers. I'm going to say the score stays under. I got the score being 27 Virginia Tech, 14 Boston College. That's my
Woo.
wild card. 10 points right there. Thank you.
10
like
points, fellas. That puts you in first place, won't it, Doug?
That's going to do it.
He's already there. Ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the official scorekeeper, so
Hey,
you know.
Mark.
Hey,
Mark.
according to that Cougar math, he's in first by 10.
We'll be after this week.
Only if we flip the standing sheet upside down.
All right, guys. Anything else we need to add before we wrap it up tonight? Johnny Grissom, you got any closing statements?
No, I'm good.
Coach Rule?
Go Huskers.
Go Huskers, he says. Kenny D, nice to see you. Finally made it through a podcast without taking a shit.
Y'all quit running your mouth and dragging out, and I'll be okay. But anyway, Texas will stay dominant. SEC will stay bland. Big Ten will still dominate the top 10. See you next week, boys.
All right, Steve Brown's got his closing statements. Have a good weekend, man. Steve Brown, you do the same. Go Longhorns, right? Doug Edwards, what you got? Close out tonight.
Well, I got LSU going into Arkansas, my least favorite team of any team out there. The Arkansas Razorbacks can't stand.
Hey,
them
man.
to win a
Fuck
game.
Arkansas.
So LSU better not let me down on this one. I don't think they will. I think they win. They'll keep climbing because Miami's going to lose, so they're going to jump them up to at least 7, one spot. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. I'm really looking forward to that game and Georgia, Texas, of course.
Hey, it's going to be a really interesting week. I'll be at the Mizzou Auburn game at 11 a.m. kickoff on homecoming. They did us wrong on that, but neither here nor there. It's going to be an exciting game, man. I can't wait. Go Mizzou, man. Let's put a statement win, something we need to do to climb back in that top 12. What you got, Josh?
Hey, Penn State is off this weekend, so I get to actually enjoy me some football, play me some golf, and as always, Team Kenny, baby. I'm Team Kenny.
Team Kenny. All right, guys, this is Mark Manley. That is Johnny Grissom, Coach Rule, Kenny D, who is not taking the shit tonight. That is Doug Edwards.
Nope.
JB, the nature boy. That is our main man, Steve Brown, who's always here with us. And he might be a guest picker. Steve, we're going to call you out right now. You need to be a guest picker next weekend. Come on the show with us. Until then, we'll see you next week on I'll Take the Over podcast.
See you, boys.
Go Tigers.